Hello.
Hello.
Hello. How's your date? I know you're just getting started. How's it going so far?
It's good. It's good.
Cool. Well, welcome, everybody, to the Commentary Zone Noontime Edition. Um, End of year schedule switch up. That's all I can say right now.
Hmm.
Um, Today on the docket, we have The Family Chantel, Season 3, Episode 12, Season Finale, Mad at the World.
Hmm.
The first 20 or so minutes of this episode, like, they came at you with a full-on assault. Oh my God. Oh, and I'm gonna have a disclaimer here. Let's just review the show as it came on. It was broadcast yesterday, and then at the end we can do a season recap and talk about the things we discovered um, afterwards. So, what do you think about that, Jamal? Does that sound good?
I think that's the best way to go.
Okay. All right. So, guys, as you enter the room, please don't forget to give us a little thumbs up. I'm going to add mine now. If you haven't already, please subscribe. We love all newcomers to our little corner of the UN tube. Um, yes, yeah, Lavender, they did put on a show. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and follow us on Twitter and IG. It's just a mess. Welcome, Black Lavender. Hey, Ryan. They came to work for this last episode. Yes, they did. Hi, Vale. Welcome. Oh my God. This was a hot mess. Okay, so it was a disjointed hot mess for me, though. Um, we see the episode open up with Chantel in her mom's room, and apparently she slept there the night before because of the argument that she had with Pedro. But she's rushing them to get ready because they're going to meet Pedro that morning. Uh, what else? Oh, they get out to see him, and Pedro meets them there. Karen says that Pedro and Chantel are like two rivers pushing in opposite directions. I kind of get what she was saying, but what she was saying was really
Right.
convoluted, as per usual with Karen. But she was she kind of really 100% stepped up into the mommy role in this episode, which I agree with you. I completely like her as a mom and not as, what did you say? Dollar store Kris Jenner or Walmart Kris Jenner?
Dollar store.
Dollar store. Okay. Um, Pedro even says that he just wants Chantel to support him. He says he's going through a lot of pain. Um, and Karen recognizes that, but she tells Chantel he has to work on that because he's taking it out on her and it's displaced, but now's not the time. Just
Right.
be there and support him. Like, no matter what he believes in, just support him for now. Hey, Tracy. Hey, Yanni. Welcome. Da, da, da. So then they sit down, and Karen asks him how he's doing. Chantel jumps right in, and she does her apology. And I feel bad for her, especially when he says, "Your apology is nice now, but tomorrow you're going to do the same thing." And Winter's sitting there going, "Mm-hmm." Winter's agreeing with everything.
Love winter.
Okay, so then she says that, oh, Karen makes a really good point. Karen says you have to understand that when you tell her things that are hurtful to you because she loves you, they hurt her too. So she's really on your side. And then Chantel goes into this thing about how, you know, as a mother, like, how do you let the father come over into my house and you send your children away? He could not come in my house and not see my kids. And he jumps up and he says, that's because I was a mistake. And Karen's the first one to say, you're not a mistake. I was getting sucked in at this point. I'm not going to lie. I was so invested. I was like, you're not a mistake. Oh my God. This was just cruel. Right. How he was taking all of this information. And granted, his mother did say he was a mistake last week. It's like,
she did. No, she didn't.
Yeah.
She was being mean though.
But that was a little too realistic for me. I mean, like, if you love your kid, you're never going to say that they're a mistake. True. And in that harsh tone, I'm going by the tone that she had. Right. Like, that wasn't even a joke. I can't even write that off as a joke.
No.
Okay, so give Pedro a reality TV award when he stood up yelling, I'm in a mistake. I was sucked in. Black Lavender, I was gullible. I was all in for it. Ryan says Chantel seriously needs to invest in acting lessons. She's emotionless and robotic. Yes. But I don't think acting lessons can hurt her. I just feel that Chantel, because she's very much like her mother. They're both like that. The only way that Karen broke character, when I say character, dollar store Kris Jenner, was when she actually, like, she jumped up immediately to hug that boy, whether he wanted it or not.
Right.
That was, to me, real. That was a mother going into mama bear mode. And of course, that's what happens. He jumps up and he's going into full on meltdown, and Karen is seeing this. And as a mom, she's just not going to let anybody just stand there without some sort of support. Then Yanni says, Lydia doesn't have the emotional structure to deal with any of this. Reason why Pedro and Nicole are so messed up. Oh gosh, yeah. Hi DSJ. Hi Yanni. DSJ, I felt for Pedro. I did too. And even Pedro was like, he was like, that's all I needed was somebody to hug me. I mean, he goes, sometimes I hate Karen, but in that moment, she knew what he needed.
Right.
Ciao. Yanni says she didn't meet her situation was a what? She meant her situation was a mistake. She or he? I don't know. Clarify for me, Yanni, because I think I might be agreeing with you. Tracy says when Karen held him. Yep. I almost shed a tear. Almost. It was good. It was good, y'all. Y'all know I've been invested in these 12 episodes.
This was so good.
I was surprised at Sharp Entertainment. I really was. I could kick myself now. Yanni says, Tracy, but Chantel herself couldn't make it there for us to hug him. Well, she had the coffee table in front of her, and Karen was the closest in proximity, to be fair. Mm-hmm. Maybe the whole cast has taken acting lessons. No, they all need acting lessons. All. All I can say is a picture's worth 1,000 words. Save that for later, Black Lavender. Ryan says, I swear Karen and Chantel were reading cue cards. Yes.
Yeah.
Karen had her book and Chantel was reading off of her cell phone. Did you notice it?
Yeah, this was a very, very, very produced. Everything was produced. I was like, really? Like this episode did not fit in with the other ones at
It
all.
was a good culmination, but this isn't where the fracture came for me. When them two vipers showed up, that's where the fracture came.
Oh yeah, Nicole. I was like, really?
Those two, like this
Ugh.
first part of the scene, and then when Nicole and Lydia showed up, and it wasn't even that they showed up, it's what they said. Like, why is Nicole coming in talking and trying to fight with Chantel and dropping bombs that Pedro slept with Karima,
Karima.
whatever her name is?
Mm-hmm.
Right. And then Lydia was arguing just for the sake that the sky was blue. Like, she had nothing to argue about. Nothing. And then saying that Chantel's family was the enemy and she doesn't want to talk about any of this. And then, guys, I went back and I watched that scene with the water glass with Lydia. Okay, in their scripts, it was supposed to be it was supposed to be Karen seeing not Karen, Lydia seeing Karen do a sign towards Winter and Winter pick up the glass and sort of drink, and she mistakes thinking that the glass is going to be thrown at her. Okay. If you look at the sequence, right? Lydia gets up. Karen gets up. Karen is just standing there. Lydia is looking and still arguing with Pedro. Karen does cross her hands in front of her, but it is as if to say stop. And Karen is trying to diffuse the situation. She is in no time looking at Winter. I don't know why Winter all of a sudden got thirsty, but Winter was genuinely drinking from the water glass. And the thing is that Lydia knew that because Lydia was looking directly at Winter. That was her eyesight where she was looking. And she just decides to pick up a water glass out of nowhere, and Pedro puts it down. Pedro is not seeing any of this. He just knows that he's supposed to tell Karen she needs to stop doing like hand signals because it's confusing to his mom. That's what's in the script. But they all got it wrong. All.
That was a whole mess because they just came there. It was just weird. I'm like, really? Because no, what was interesting with all the weirdness that Lydia was saying, like, she doesn't feel like Chantel and her family because she doesn't talk to Chantel. There's no connection there. There's no communication. And Pedro says, well, like, have you tried? And then she's like, well, have she tried? And I'm like, makes sense. I see that. But then Chantel's like, well, based on history, they've taken a step back due to what their core family's going through. So I understood what Lydia was saying. Mm-hmm. I did, because you can't put this all on me, and I agree with that.
Then open up your mouth and say something.
That was my thing. You could have called Shannon. They could have called each other. Let me put it that way, and say, "Hey, like, this is not what family's not about. We're both family-oriented families. Let's talk this out." But both are stubborn.
Well, the thing is that she is the older person and should know better. And if you want to set the example, then do it. I just thought her coming in and saying that she's not even a daughter-in-law because she never even wrote me a letter. That's all bullshit. It really is. Everything she said it didn't fit with the first part of the season section. Like, that's where it was like fragmented for me. Those two scenes did not fit together. I just think that they came in there to be angry for no damn reason.
Agreed.
I did notice that Karen had her shoes off from early o'clock. What was she anticipating? I don't think that she was anticipating glass being thrown, or else she would have never had her shoes off.
Right. Never.
I don't understand why Nicole left and then came back to throw the bottle. I don't know. A lot of it just didn't make sense. Welcome, Susan and Blavi. Welcome. Yanni says, I think Nicole doesn't want to believe that Pedro thinks the way he thinks is because his own opinion, plus his mom pressure. It has nothing to do with Chantel. I didn't understand her anger at it either. Lydia was trying to explain it away that Nicole was angry at Pedro for getting into the fight with Alejandro in New York. How long you gonna be mad at that?
And it didn't even really involve you.
Right. They were fighting over Lydia, calling
Right.
Lydia names, right?
Right.
Unless we didn't see a lot, unless they edited out a lot. I don't know. Tracy says, I fell for it. I think Lydia and Nicole are doing all the acting in the script. Oh my God. Bye, Yanni. Thanks for joining us. Ryan says, Nicole is mad at the world. I think she has some daddy issues. She also is thirsty to be relevant, so she will do anything to be relevant. Interesting. Ablavi says that scene was bad. Excuse they did not replay. Black Lavender says Nicole just needed her 10 minutes of fame and some change for the season. We needed replay. Nicole was so proud of herself, but there was no need. Like, a rational person would not have been proud of that, but Nicole, yeah, she was very proud of her behavior. Karen was ready. To me, Karen looked like she was ready. All she needed was some Vaseline and to take her earrings out. She was ready. I don't know. Hold on. Let me just skip past all of this because we already talked about it. So basically, after Nicole throws that bottle, two men take her away. Who were those two men? Were they production or were they part of hotel staff?
They're like part of the hotel thing. They have they both have the same floor shirt on.
Right, and they were telling her, put your hands down or something like that. Don't hit me or something. They were giving her instructions like, calm your ass down.
Exactly.
And then it really went left because they decided to call the police. What was the police gonna do?
Right. What killed me though was this. It was the fact that I'm not sure where people come from. Where I come from, when she threw that glass, she wouldn't have made up that door, even with the hotel security. Where I come from, once you throw something, you getting jumped on. Mm-hmm. Somebody's coming after you. They're gonna push the little hotel security out the way. They're gonna jump on Nicole.
Okay, so if I'm at home, yes. But if I'm a foreigner traveling in a foreign land, I'm going to hesitate about that because I used to watch Locked Up Abroad. And I know the prison in Barbados, the old prison with the gallows, and I'm not that familiar with the new prison, but like it has air circulation now, the new prison. But yeah, the old prison was like from the 1700s. with no modern conveniences. And like I said, an actual gallows outside. We still hang people. And up to, not too long ago, we still used to use the cat o' nine tails. So if I'm not at home, and I don't know what's going on, like it has to be extreme for me to get into something like that. You can spit on me, smack me. Oh, I am going to be like, let me really, really think about this. Locked up abroad, y'all.
I love it. I love it. Let me just really think on.
Let me just think about this.
Right. I got you.
You got some places where they see eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth, hand for a hand.
It's like let me take this country's rule book real quick. Hold up. Let me Google
right.
this. What do y'all do here? I'm serious. What do y'all do here? Okay, this is what y'all do. Nope. We can't mess with y'all.
Yeah, you got to think twice when you traveling overseas and not act like, all get out. I'm just sorry. I value freedom a lot, and I'll take a lot to stay free. Prisons overseas ain't nothing like prisons here. Just saying. Shoot, criminal justice system is vastly different when you travel outside the US. So yeah, I would have to hesitate. Let's see. Okay, so they take her away, but then yet we see in a later scene that she knows exactly where her mom is, and they meet up, and she still ain't got on her shoes. These scenes did not flow well together. The fights made no sense to me. The police getting called was weird. But then when they showed up and they just said, so this is a family situation.
Right.
No, I don't speak English. And
that kills me.
You want to take this further? Well, it would have to go to the court, meaning I ain't doing nothing. I'm not getting involved in y'all stupid family argument. I gotta go.
That's pretty much what they said. That's pretty much exactly what he said, and I laughed so hard. He's like, because the way they wrote it out, I was like, oh, this is a family situation. This ain't got nothing. Basically, he said this ain't got nothing to do with us. That's pretty much what it came down to.
Yeah, DSJ. Yep, the police don't get involved unless someone was cut and they did not want to be bothered. And then on top of that, the person that they were accusing wasn't even there. You expect them to go and look for them? That's not happening. Even though that they're right around the corner in like an open patio area, I believe at the same hotel. you know,
right outside, right around the corner, basically.
Yeah, it's just like I'm not here today to do any investigations. Like, y'all just gonna be arguing all throughout the day. Whatever. And okay, let's just continue. So Nicole finds her mom. Nicole tells her that she threw a bottle. Lydia asks if it hit anyone. The lawyer suddenly shows up. And she says she doesn't know, it hit the floor. Lydia just shakes her head as if this is okay behavior. Nicole says that she's cut Pedro off, and then they both leave. I don't get this at all. The police, after they said what they had to say to Chantel and them, but I love it when the police said, when they were talking about if you wanted to go further, it would have to go through the court. And he looks at Pedro and go, you understand. Not even to them, but to Pedro. He goes, you understand. And then they leave. Okay. Pedro, and I guess this was the confessional, right? Where he tells Chantel that he can't believe that he never believed her and how his sister treated her.
Mm-hmm.
He never. Wow. Okay. at least now he sees 4 years in. Okay, whatever. He apologizes to Chantel for how his sister has treated her. Pedro starts sending those checks from.
Yep.
Yep, I was
Yep.
thinking that too. I
Right.
was thinking that too, but I was saving that for the end for my final comments.
Yeah. I was like, Pedro,
Ryan.
cut.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, Pedro, get on the phone and cut that wire transfer immediately.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You don't care about me. You don't. You tell me I have to come back to my own country. Let me help you out.
Yes, when she said that, that one piece sounded real to me. Don't ever come back to this country.
Ooh, I was like, yep, cut that wire transfer. Monthly transfer, nope. Delete, stop.
Mm-hmm.
Good luck with that.
We go back to the whole group again. Karen says that she's sorry that his family is crazy, and Chantel says for her to stop that. Just say, stop it saying, I'm sorry. Don't go into criticizing the family. Pedro's pacing, and Chantel just, takes him away to try and calm down. Then we go to filler scenes with but I needed a break after all of this. So we kind of went to dull and boring. River and Thomas, they're in the garage doing one of Karen's chores. And River tells Thomas about the breakup. I didn't really care.
Well, no,
Thomas
because it was
says good
dumb.
riddance.
Yeah, I'm like this. My thing is this, like the way River painted it, like this just shows his age, because he really didn't tell the truth the way it was laid out. She didn't say you're the worst person in the world. She actually just basically what she just told you. You're in two different spaces right now with two different sets of
Mm-hmm.
priorities. Like where she has priorities and your priority is probably getting up by one. I'm sorry, she wasn't being mean to you.
Mm-hmm.
She just wasn't gonna lead you. She just wasn't gonna just lead you on, because she could have strung him along for a good 2 to 3 seasons. Just saying.
Not really. This is all her contract was for.
Oh, gotcha.
Episodes 3 through 4 through what, 11? That's all we need you for, hun.
Gotcha.
um yeah, so Thomas, is there a problem with Thomas's arms? Like they never like touch his body. Like he always keeps them out. Why is that? He just
Not a
looked
clue.
like the way how he was standing up looking at him, he reminded me of the Michelin Man, not just in size, but like how his arm is out. I just thought it was really strange. Anyway, like that's how bored I was at this scene. I was looking at everything else and not really listening. Next, we see Chantel is packing up, and Pedro is tired. Pedro is still thinking about trying to find his father. Chantel got Pedro flowers to apologize, and she tells him, I'm not sure if you might want to take those over to your mom. Like she's still trying to
Mm-hmm.
help him reconcile with the family, which I think is good. In the long run, if they do reconcile, it's not going to be good for you, but hey, this is the right thing to do. They meet the rest of the family and they head off to the airport. And we see Nicole at the park, and she just looks ridiculous. She's mad at everybody. She calls up Alejandro to tell him what happened yesterday, and she's doing this with glee. And then he is encouraging this bad behavior, saying that he can't judge her. Really? He
Right.
respects the way that she reacted. Alejandro says that Pedro has a black heart and he's nothing to him. So he just basically bad talks her entire family, and she's okay with this.
Right. But what killed me
Wow.
though is when she said, "Do you love me?" And he
Uh-huh. Do you want to
hesitated. I'm like,
marry me?
well,
Mm-hmm.
he hesitated. I was like, oh, oops,
Yeah.
oops. That's telling.
Do you
And then,
love me? Are you going to marry me? And are we going to have a future together? And he hesitated on all of it.
but then he's like, "Oh, I adore you." I'm like, okay. I'm like, girl, did you not see that? Did you not understand? You didn't get that? You was living it. You didn't understand. Like okay, okay, I understand.
Yeah.
Oops, oops.
And now they're trying to plan to see each other soon. Either him down there or she comes up or something.
Oh no, she
I
wants
don't
to
know.
move, nigga. She's all. I'm looking forward to. I want to like be with him. Get out, move out of this city. Out of this situation. Oh, so the truth
Right,
comes
but
out.
remember at the end what he said. I'm going based on what he said. He said the
Okay,
first thing is that we have to see each other soon. Either me coming down there or you coming up
gotcha.
here. That's vacation, what I'm hearing from him.
Right.
She's talking about her future, but
Yes.
he in no way is saying that.
She's talking marriage,
I think
maybe
it's
a
funny.
baby, maybe a dog. I was like, okay.
Yeah, I ignored what she said because that wasn't making no sense. But I was listening to what he was saying.
I was listening to
And
his the way I was listening to what he was the way he was his tone, what he was acting, like how she was acting all
mhm.
like yes and soon and this and that. And he was yeah, okay. I was like, yeah, y'all on two different tones.
Well, I was kind of shocked because he was endorsing her behavior, but yet she's asking about their future. And he hesitated. And he never once, have we ever heard him say that he loves her?
Maybe once.
It's just very interesting. He doesn't say the right things, like the things that would make me think that he's believable. I don't believe anything that he said. And I'm
Nope.
surprised that she did. But you know what? You need to go through what Lydia went through. Pedro takes the ladies to the airport. He says he's embarrassed by what happened yesterday. And Winter says that he should let go of the shame because he can't control other people or their actions. And then Pedro feels that Alejandro put all this stuff in his sister's head. Okay. I'm going to need y'all to stop blaming other people for y'all foul ass behavior.
Mhm.
That is y'all.
Right.
Could Alejandro have been like a catalyst? Yes, but I think that's been ingrained in how y'all behave. I
Right.
don't think this is new.
Not at all.
Um, Karen
This is
thinks that all
consistent
of them need
behavior.
help. Mm-hmm. Yep, consistent. That's the word. Mm. Oh, okay, Tracy, thank you. I caught that too with Thomas. He's pretending he's bulked up. Oh, you work at a gym. Is that how bulked up people stand?
People who so basically what happens if you have okay, so you know how you have under your back, like right here, like right under here.
Uh-huh.
Those are your
Uh-huh.
lats. So what happens is when you have um guys who have wider shoulders, wider like lower like mid back, your lats. If you're big
Uh-huh.
there, it forces your arms out. But when you're just bigger,
Oh,
you have no reason to walk with your arms like that. Just saying. Just
but
saying.
his wasn't even touching, was it? I just thought his
Right.
arms were out for no
Right.
reason.
That yeah, that's the thing. That just you're yeah. That's called no reason. Sorry,
Because I
Thomas.
could understand if he was going, well, or like
Yeah.
expressing or
Right.
emoting with his arms, but they were just stuck out there.
Yeah, for no reason.
He wasn't holding anything, nothing. It just looked weird. Pedro's sister is repeating her mom's actions. I wouldn't believe he is getting divorced. I don't either. From when he said it to her, I didn't believe it. But I just thought I was being like mean and just always seeing the worst in everything. But I didn't believe it. When you realize the guy is not, oh, when you realize the guy is not that into you. I'm sorry. I was bored during that scene, so my attention veered off. Tracy says armpit fat.
I
Hey,
mean,
I might have that. It flows over from my breast.
yeah,
Is
it's your
that
back.
bad?
It's where your arms meet. So that's where when you're bigger. That's why when you're doing this, it makes no sense. But some people like we just drop your arms, and sometimes they'll stick out.
Okay, I don't want to admit to back fat because I have limits to my fluffiness, so I'll blame my breast flowing into my armpit. That's how I'm going to say it. Pedro says goodbye to Karen and to Winter, and then Chantel stays behind. She asks him how long he thinks he's going to stay there. He says it depends upon the meeting with his father. He hugs her, and she heads into the airport. Chantel says it'll take time, but he loves his family. Pedro feels like he's lost one family and found another. Now, I thought that well, this is where my DVR cut off. I forgot to extend it. I don't know if there's anything else that happened after that. I was wondering which family he was talking about. Was he talking about his dad's family, or was he talking about Chantel's family? That left me with that question. Okay, I don't have anything more to say. Was there anything else that I missed in the episode?
I don't. In my opinion, no.
Okay.
So when we
So
bring the photo,
which
let me know
photo?
the
Oh,
Instagram.
hold on.
Yeah.
These were my final comments on this episode or this season. What did I note? Okay. So you remember this was supposed to all take place over Christmas. And to me, I felt like Karen and them only came down for a weekend. The timelines for me were really disjointed, but this was supposed to take place over Christmas, yet there was no Christmas decorations anywhere. All hotels decorate for Christmas. All major cities, they throw up something that's Christmassy. Major airports, Santo Domingo is a major airport for that island. That and Punta Cana, they all decorate for Christmas. I don't think this was filmed during Christmas. And here's why. Because we didn't have a vaccine back then. And I meant to Google to see if borders were open at Christmas last year. And I highly doubt it. I don't think this was filmed then. I think this was filmed probably in spring or summer.
Right, because because what we didn't see, if this was during Christmas, we would have seen Thanksgiving, and I don't recall Thanksgiving being shown this season.
I think what they tried to make it seem like it picked up in December, because at the beginning of the series, this season, they were getting ready for Christmas. They had the early Christmas at Karen's house with the Publix fried chicken.
Because of the whole Winter saying she and John didn't celebrate Christmas.
Right.
So basically what they did, they tried to go from basically right after Thanksgiving into December.
Right. And remember, Pedro was spending Christmas morning with them and then flying in for Christmas afternoon to be in DR.
Yes.
You look on the streets at that hotel. You look inside the hotel. There's no Christmas decoration at all. So I don't like that they deceived me on that. again, in this episode, I thought it was very disjointed, but the whole season as an arc, I thought was good. It kept me highly involved.
I
It was
was
very
into it. I'm not gonna
creative.
lie. I mean,
Yes.
they were good. They were good. They were so good until this is why I don't like social media sometimes because then our dreams just get shattered.
Mm-hmm. I was a little disappointed that we didn't even get a teaser of him sitting
Nothing.
down there waiting and the father walking in or
Right.
something like that. Or the
Or
two
the
of them like catch, like, even if we didn't see the dad's face,
right.
I would have wanted to see that just to hook me for next season. I thought the end was anticlimactic and disjointed. Um, then the bringing back Nicole at the end, I was like, and her begging this man to have a future with her. I was just like, wait a minute. Are they angling for a new spinoff, Nicole in New York? God forbid.
Yeah, can't watch that.
Because when she spoke to Chantel, she spoke in English, not in Spanish. All of a sudden, homegirl is brushing up on the English. Why?
Exactly.
Why? I don't want to see a Nicole spinoff. That's
Who
just
does?
personally me. I can't. I will not
What's
be
the
reviewing it. You'll be on your
what's
own,
it
Jamal.
what's it T says at the end of the episode the end credit said that Pedro never met with his father.
Mm-hmm. Oh, so that's what I missed. Oh, so they're alluding to him leaving Dominican Republic and never meeting with the dad. So
Right.
that's going to stretch into season 4. So Karen has lined this up really good. um yeah, that was it. So now you can go on to how you and Black Lavender burst my bubble this morning.
Yeah, shout out to Black Lavender for sharing the shenanigans. I mean, it was disappointing. I'm not gonna sit here in front, but this is on Instagram. But I think it came via Reddit. So if you see this photo, so the
Mm-hmm.
date of this you see the brothers here, right? Now go to the
Mm-hmm.
right and you see the brothers in the photo, and this is from October 4th, 2014. This is Junior number two's birthday. So I believe they're talking about this is Pedro's birthday, and you see Pedro, one brother,
Mm-hmm.
two brothers, and
Chantel.
Chantel. And it says Redis Messy. This is Pinky and her old nose. So based on these findings, this is all storyline.
Well, if you look at the brother, Pedro Jr. 1, in the old photo, and just look from his eyes and forehead, I do see Nicole.
Yeah.
I do see Nicole. Finally, I see it. Oh my God. I wonder if the secret is that Pedro is not Pedro Sr.'s child, only Nicole.
Ooh, that was
That would be
messy.
so messy.
Oh, Vale coming through with Vale coming through. What about Chantel and Pedro knowing each other since 2014?
They've been married, what, 4 years now?
About 4 years. So I mean, that's about right.
So yeah. And they knew each other before then
Right.
for about a year,
Yeah.
I think.
Something like that.
So it could line up. It could line up. This is just interesting. Wow. So no wonder why Pedro Jr. 1 was smirking like that during the meetup at the restaurant.
It makes sense.
Jonathan was a better actor.
And hold on, that's Nicole, right? Hugging on Pedro.
Which one?
The
Yeah.
girl. That's Nicole,
No.
right? That's not Nicole.
No.
That
Oh yeah, that looks like Nicole.
that looks like Nicole.
Yeah. They even have the same cheekbones.
Right.
Wait, can you hold on, let's see if we could blow this up. Oh, yep, that is Nicole. I didn't recognize that before. My goodness. So she didn't want to be in touch with them, but yet she's okay. Well, well, well. Oh, and what's this? Oh, that's cute.
What?
Okay, sorry, never mind. I'm playing around. Um, yeah, this kind of ruined my morning and soured this whole season for me. But then again, why am I surprised? After all, this is TLC and this is
Right.
sharp entertainment.
The thing is, though, I think what it is like we were invested, and this gives me hope that they can really do this well because they only got
Mm-hmm.
busted out because of Reddit. That's the only reason they got caught. So I'm gonna give them an A for the season because you had me sucked in through this whole thing. I believed y'all. You had me in. I was there, and
Mm-hmm.
then Reddit just blew up your whole spot.
It was a great storyline. I will give them that. I told y'all I am thoroughly invested in this. I wanted this to come out well. Um and good on whoever created this on the family side and then whoever put it all together on production side. I thought it was fabulous.
It was great.
Mm-mm-mm.
Like I said, y'all kept me in the season, so kudos to you. Mm-mm.
Um Pedro and Chantel have been playing this all this time. So disappointing. Blavi says, I wonder why his daddy don't want to be on the show because I know he has met him. Maybe production didn't want him on this season to keep us, on the
Right.
line to roll into the fourth season. They've got a winner here. They found a good formula. They've given some of them acting lessons. I think based on the response to this particular storyline, they found something that's of interest, that's
Right.
beyond the 90-day thing and Karen going harvesting the American dollar. Because let's just call a thing. What happened last season with Royal was a big disaster. Mm-mm. I agree with you. I think the dad will appear next season. I think that's what's going to lure us back in. Hi, Jay. Welcome, welcome. Good morning. Yes, I think that we will be finding a smorgasbord of kitties from their dad. Mm-mm. All right, so Jamal, did we miss anything here?
No, I will say this. I do believe that she didn't write that letter though, and here's why.
Yeah.
She admitted to everything else. If you're going to admit to being with a married man and be quite open about it, why would you lie about some letter and saying you didn't write it? That's my
She's got a
thing.
good memory. She has a good memory. I don't think she would forget writing a letter. And like I said
Mm-mm.
before, Lydia is the type of person that doesn't leave evidence.
And she's not the type of woman to me that would write, "You don't come see your kids."
Yeah, it's
She'd be
like
more
you
like,
didn't give me 5,000 pesos for the kids.
right, exactly, exactly.
Mm,
Exactly. So I don't think she wrote that letter. I think I agree with the chat.
mm-mm.
Um, he has more children than just them.
Mm-hmm. So, sure, men in DR usually have many women. I have friends that have married Dominican men, and that's the case.
Yep. It
Well,
seems. Yeah, but
And then the dad got to show up next season for his check. Maybe they didn't finalize, like either they didn't finalize the negotiations for his, like he didn't sign all the releases or negotiate payment in time, or they're holding him back for next season. So did the letter come from another mother? Now remember, Junior 1 said that there wasn't a name on the letter.
Right.
I'm beginning to doubt that there ever was a letter. I think they all knew each
Oh.
other.
Oh, definitely said that
I
they
think
all
the
knew each
letter
other.
was part of production script.
Oh. I'm not mad at that theory, actually.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not mad
Because
at that
look, a
theory.
letter is very dramatic. But back in 2010, it would have been more like an email. I don't think she, and
Maybe.
again, yeah, I don't see a letter unless it came from the courts. I don't know. But then
Yeah, I
again,
can't see.
Junior 1 said that there was no name on it. Why are you writing a letter and there's no name on it?
Right.
Interesting. And if you're going to write a letter to him, you're doing it with two purposes. One, to get him to meet the come and see the kids, and two, in the hopes that somebody discovers it because you're putting evidence out there. I don't
No.
know.
No, I agree with that. It's just she just, to me, just the way she comes across, she does not cross. She doesn't strike me as someone who will write one of those kind of heartfelt letters, like,
Mm.
like, come see the, you don't come by and see the children. You don't. It doesn't sound like her. Like, I could see her as like, what, it's been 2 months. Where's my money? Like she
And
gives
that's
me
what
that kind of
exactly what
vibe.
Lydia said. That's what she said. She said the last time I saw him was March of 2010. He gave me 5,000 pesos and that was it. She's going to collect her cash.
Right.
She's not involving any kids. She's going to collect her cash. And that's it. No paper trail. Just give me my money. Ablavi says, I want to know if his dad is with other men. A gay storyline would be good. I think there's going to be more kids.
Mm-hmm.
But
I
Vale would
definitely see
love
the
that
kids.
storyline.
I
Oh,
definitely see the kids.
Ablavi has it all worked out. Yes, an older gentleman with a young man, and then a coming out. I would love for it. I think you're asking for a lot for the DR. I don't think so. I just think there's going to be like a whole big family reunion. And hopefully they have like a whole roasted pig at the cookout. Fingers crossed. All right, guys. So this was the season finale. 12 wonderful episodes. This was season 3, episode 12, Mad at the World. Let us know your thoughts. This was super. I love this season. I'm all in for season 4. I can't wait. Even though I know it's fake, I'm still in.
Yeah, we know. Now we know. It's like, why not?
Mm-hmm. Maybe we'll meet the other families. That'd be good. Oh, wait. This could be like a mashup of Sister Wives and 90 Day Fiance. Meet the other wives? No? Oh well. We tried. All right. So any final thoughts, Jamal?
No, we're good.
You guys have been great in the live chat, and I can't wait to see the comments from our replay crew. What are we doing tomorrow?
What is tomorrow? Tomorrow should be 90 days on Friday.
Are we gonna
Oh,
do
addicted to marriage, right? Are we supposed to be
so we
watching
are
Addicted
gonna
to
do
Marriage?
Addicted to Marriage?
I'm intrigued. Lucky number 12.
Okay. All righty. All
I'm
right. So
intrigued.
that's what we're doing, a special show for you tomorrow. 12 noon Eastern, 9 p.m. Pacific, we're going to be doing Addicted to Marriage, season 1, episode 1, and see if we want to throw it in the rotation.
Yeah.
All right, my friend. Until next time.
Of course.
Alrighty. Bye.
Bye.